Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passions, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections magazine.
Hello and welcome to the fabulous world of Dream Builders Realty, where we are fulfilling dreams and lifestyles. My name is Trish Adams and I'm the owner-operator, and I have a fabulous team here to help you with your real estate needs. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, we're here to help you. If you need questions on down payment assistance, if you have credit that's not so great but you need some help with that, we're here. We are your go-to people. So please feel free to reach out and we can help you with any of those needs. And you can contact any of our fabulous agents at 336-770-2712.
Dream Builders!
Great day, everyone. This is Dolores Williams with Divine Connections Magazine. Welcome. We have a great day planned out for you guys. Make sure you like and share these broadcasts as they come in. We're going to have a lot of great information on today. First of all, Divine Connection is a magazine that comes out quarterly in print as well as online. It's faith-based and inspirational. So if you are a gospel artist, if you're a praise dance, if you're a mom, if you're an author, if you're a pastor, if you're doing anything, if you're an entrepreneur, if you are doing anything positive in the community, we want to connect with you and we want to make it happen. All right. So make sure you stay connected. If you want to advertise in the magazine, please contact us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. I would love to hear more about what you do and see if we can get you in the magazine and an interview as well, and maybe even a commercial, because we do 30-second and 60-second commercials as well. So how can you find Divine Connections? You can subscribe to our website at divineconnectionsmagazine.com and keep updated with the news and different things going on with Divine Connections. We are also on Facebook, so like us at Divine Connections Marketing. And then we're also on Instagram at Divine Connections, one word. And then you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. I would love for you to do that at The Divine Connections, okay? And also click that notification button. And so each quarter we have a new magazine come out, new connections, resources. And so if you want to order your copy right now to get the current magazine, you can go to divineconnectionsmagazine.com/subscriptions, okay? And order your copy. Copies are only $12, and you can get your copy there. Okay, so Saturday, September 11th, is Divine Connections 11th Magazine Anniversary Expo. So excited. It's going to be held in Fall River, North Carolina. That's right close to Burlington, okay? And I am looking for vendors. So if you are a vendor, if you have different things going on, and you would love people to shop with you and connect with you. Now, I already have paparazzi, so that's already taken. But if you have anything else, I would love for you to be a part. If we still have space, I think I have maybe about 8 more spots available. Saturday, September 11th, email me, text me at 336-338-8903 because I want to hear from you. This is going to be phenomenal. Today, I found out we got people coming from Detroit, from Maryland, from Texas. They are coming in. So I'm so excited. And to God be the glory for all the things that we are doing and make it happen. So Some other news is if you need a 30-second or a 60-second commercial, we do those. So if you have a business, a ministry, a book, gospel artist, and you need a 30-second or 60-second commercial, I would love to help and serve and get that done for you. Let's make it happen. So you email Divine Connections Magazine at gmail.com. All right. So if you want to stay connected, so on Wednesdays from 3 to 6, I usually do interviews, and before and after the interview, I have some sponsors, and I have maybe three more sponsor shifts left. And it's a 3 month agreement because we want you to continuously be known. The more people see you, the more people get to know you, then the more people want to buy what you have, your product, or connect with your ministry. So that is a 30-second slot before after the interviews. It's a 3 month agreement for only $150. If you're interested, I would love to connect with you. Divine Connections Magazine at gmail.com is where you can contact me with that information. Next, the event website is We Are Ready. So September is around the corner. So if you want to go ahead and get your ticket before it's sold out, tickets are only $12. Go ahead and do that. We're going to have gospel artists, praise dance, mimes, vendors, fashion show, food trucks. You don't want to miss this opportunity, and we're all doing it to give God the glory. So go to our website now at divineconnectionsmagazine.com/events. And if you're far away, you can't make it, and you want to send a donation, that will be phenomenal as well. Awesome. So another thing that I'm doing is looking for sponsorships for to be connected with Divine Connections as we continue to do events and things going on moving forward. So I got a package for you if you want to stay connected. Text 336-338-8903, and I would love to connect with you, see what you do, and see how we can make it happen together. Awesome. And I think I had one more thing. Okay, there we go. Um, okay, so we only have a couple more days. The nomination is out. We have 277 nominees. All right, and you can vote right now at bit.ly/DCM vote 2020 nominees. There are over 277. You have to vote in each category to make the vote count. And the last day for that is going to be August 1st. So let's get it going. We only have just a couple of more days, and then it is definitely on. Okay, so great things are coming up, and hopefully you'll get to see those individuals on the event day, Saturday, September 11th. And so I want to introduce, that is all the Divine Connection news I have for right now. Awesome. And so if I want to introduce my special guest that is here today, and she has a phenomenal information about trucking business. Okay. You know, it's a big in the industry, but I'm going to let her tell you all about it. Miss Crystal is in the house. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Doing good. Wonderful. So introduce yourself to the audience, please.
Hi, so my name is Crystal Mwaura, and I am with Six Figure Trucking, and I'm in the Raleigh area. We have been here for a little over 7 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just excited to be a guest today and to answer any questions that people have about trucking. You know, I've been blessed to scale two companies to from nothing, literally, to $1 million
Mm,
companies. So, you know,
wow.
I'm always looking to lend a hand and help someone else up.
Awesome. So what made you to start this business without trucking?
So I had absolutely no interest in trucking. That's the first thing. So when I met my husband, he was actually a driver, a delivery driver. And when we started really dating, I'm like, he was like, he wanted to have kids. And I'm like, well, you know, you don't make enough. So we have to figure out something else. And so just doing some brainstorming, and the guy that he was working for ended up passing the contract on to him. And so we purchased our first truck, and we went through opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to finally find what worked for us, which was going over the road. But we did everything from delivering appliances, put together baby furniture, delivering that, um, delivering mattresses. We did a lot before we finally found our niche. But I just really thank God that we went through it to get here. We got a lot of pushback when my husband left because my daughter was only 2 months old. And so he was going to be gone for 3 weeks at a time. And I had a brand new baby that had a crying colic. So sometimes you just have to do what it takes. And that is what has led us to be where we are. So he came off the road on her first birthday, and we decided to put a driver out. And we tested that for about 6 months, and then we put another driver out. We tested that about 3 months, and then we just continued to duplicate what we were doing, and it has worked, and we have been successful at scaling both companies. I think you're
I
on
forgot
mute.
I was on mute. Okay. I said that is phenomenal. First of all, she didn't even like trucking. You know what I'm saying? It was because connection that she had. And then she got into it and then built the business. Well, she first had to find different, different ways or the business, I guess you would say, of trucking, different things that they do. And then she had to find, or they, excuse me, had to find the niche that they like when it came to trucking. So it was a process. And with anything or a business, there's always a process. But once you find that connection that you need and the resources and the flow, then you
That's
are
right.
into something, and I'm pretty sure it had to do with communication, effective communication, knowledge, training, learning some things. And I'm grateful that she took the opportunity to do so. And now you said it's a multi-million dollar business for you guys.
Yes. So
Wow.
I think at our highest year, we grossed about 8.3 million,
Wow.
and that is without any type of contracts, no
Hmm.
commercial contracts, no government contracts. That is just working the spot market, doing expedited freight. We have two companies. One houses just our personal trucks, and then the
Hmm.
other one houses all of our owner operators.
Okay.
Hey, y'all too loud.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So let's talk about the trucking business. If someone was interested in the trucking business, where in the world could they start? And then where could a person start in the trucking business? And then what are the minimum requirements?
So the first thing that I tell people to do is really understand why you want to get into trucking. Because I have a lot of people that come to me, and the first thing they say is, "Oh, Miss Crystal, I went and bought a truck, but I can't find any work." So it's just like any other business. Don't go out and purchase equipment when you haven't done research. So the first thing that I always encourage people to do is do your research. Understand why you're getting into the industry, understand why you're purchasing a specific type of equipment. I do consultations. No, they are not free, but they can save you a lot of time, energy, and wasted money. I have people who come and they say, "Well, I only want to work in North Carolina," but then they have gone out and gotten an authority that's saying they're going to go outside of the state. So once you do that, you're required to do an audit. But a lot of people are not aware of that. So the best thing is have a consultation with someone. If it's not me, that's fine, but you need to have a conversation with someone before you start to put money out there, because this is one of those industries that there's so many changes and they're so quick, from fall to spring, from summer to winter, it's completely different. The rates are completely different. Trying to get people to go out is completely different. So just having an understanding that it's just like anything else. You have to invest time into educating yourself on the industry before you just jump in. But for as to how they would start, if they wanted to contact me, they could reach out to me on Facebook at Six Figure Trucking, and that's the at sign and the number six. Or if they wanted to send me a message, it would be hello at Six Figure Trucking, or they could send me a message through the website. That's the quickest way.
Awesome, awesome. And so you're in North Carolina. So do you just train people within the state of North Carolina, or can you train people outside the state of North Carolina?
No, we actually train people all over the nation.
Oh, wow.
We do.
Awesome, awesome. So the
So
first
I've had
process.
people. I've had people calling me because they were deployed in Afghanistan and they wanted to get on my calendar for when they return. So um, people are literally from everywhere, because one thing about trucking is an $80 billion business just in this region. So when we speak on a national level, the numbers are just ridiculous. There's a lot of opportunity. There are a lot of the older truckers who have aged out, and with COVID, they're just not interested in going back over the road. They they're over it. So now we have this huge gap where we have a need for drivers, but there are none because this new generation has no desire to do anything skilled labor. So we see a lot of that. I'm pretty sure people see it on the news where you see the gas prices are going up because they have a shortage, not of the gas, but of the people to deliver the gas, because you have to have a hazmat certification to deliver gas. And so that requires additional time and additional testing that a lot of people just are not willing to do. But the need is definitely there. And I often, consult with people to see, where are you, what are your desires, and try to put them into a place that is going to make sense.
Awesome. What is the turnaround time when somebody's interested? They do a consultant. What is, I guess, maybe the average time frame where somebody can start from beginning up until when they actually get the truck and start working?
So this program that I have now is called 6 months to six figures, and it's just that it takes about 6 months to earn your first $100,000 in trucking. So once you go through the process and you get your authority and you get a solid driver, it takes you about 1 month to get started, and it's going to take you about 6 months before you see your first 100,000.
So can a person get into the trucking business and then have drivers for them for their business? How does that work?
So yes, a lot of the people that work for us are owner operators, and a lot of them have full-time jobs. So they have drivers that just drive for them, and we actually manage all of that. So they are able to sustain their full-time job while now having a passive income. So that is what a lot of people find really attractive. Each week they get pay sheets that detail, where the driver went, how many loaded miles, how many dead miles, what they were paid. With each load, they get a confirmation that shows where it picked up, where it dropped off, and how much the load paid. And I like that type of transparency because I didn't have it when we started. So we had a lot of growing pains. So people like, oh, well, why do you charge for your course? And I'm like, well, if you had to go through what I went through and invested thousands of dollars in educating yourself, you would understand. But my job is to make sure you're successful without having to go through all those pain points because at $8 million, we still were not able to find a mentor. So I have literally learned by trial and error, and I guess that's just the way God designed it for me to be able to have these um, personal obstacles so I could teach other people. Because if I didn't go through it, I couldn't teach you how to avoid it. So that is my goal when I talk to people and I meet a lot of people, they're just anxious, like, oh, I don't want to schedule a consultation. I just want to get started. And I tell them, you're going to go nowhere fast because with anything, you have to know what you're doing. And when it comes to trucking, people think you're just getting in a truck and dropping something off. It is completely different. When you get on those highways, you have to abide by the federal regulations. You have to make sure your logs are federally compliant. If they stop you and you have no idea what's going on with your truck or your truck has some issues, they're not going to allow you to move. And so I see this all the time where I say, hey guys, make sure you're doing your pre-trip inspections, and they don't want to get out and look around the truck and make sure nothing's going on. Then they go through a truck stop and the tail light is out. Well, guess what? The officer's not going to let them move until they get the tail light fixed where they're driving the truck. So now you have to Uber somewhere to get the tail light fixed so that you can come back, fix it so that you can go. But if you would have just took that 2 minutes to walk around your truck, it could have all been avoided.
Wow, that's good information. So, what is the age range that a person can start doing the trucking business?
So the minimum age for drivers is 21. And it is set like that because you have to understand you're operating a 26,000 pound vehicle that could be loaded or unloaded on a highway. So
Mm-hmm.
you can imagine how you were driving at 16 to 18.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want to be on the highway with someone driving a truck at 16.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, what are some of maybe the challenges, and then the what are some of the benefits? I know we named some, but is there any more?
So some of the challenges we face in trucking is for one, drivers. Just getting people who want to drive, getting people who are okay going over the road, staying out 3 weeks. We have a lot of success with ex offenders. We definitely are a second chance company, so we work with some of the halfway houses. So when they're coming home, they know that hey, here's an opportunity. So one of the biggest challenges is drivers. The second biggest challenge now is trucks. So they use a chip. It's called a DFS chip. Well, the chip is produced in China, and they are completely out. So there have been no new SUVs and no new commercial trucks produced on a massive scale this year. They're like if you notice, like the Cadillac Escalades, you have to order them. You can't just go on a lot and find one. um, Rental companies now, the rates are different because they didn't get a new fleet this year, so they're having to use the same fleets again another year until they can get additional trucks in. So I would say those would be the biggest challenges. And then, as far as people, would just be lack of education, just jumping into it, not really understanding what they're doing. They said they just heard a friend down the street's making money with a truck and you don't have a CDL, so I'm gonna go buy a truck. But you have no knowledge of the industry. The thing that I would say has been the most benefit is the ability to change people's lives. My brother did 7 years in federal prison, came home, never made under $1,000 a week. That's more than most people with no felony make. And now he has his own trucking company and his own owner operator. So for me, that has been the biggest part, just giving people the ability to have an income, giving people a passive income, giving them the freedom and the security of knowing they are okay.
That is awesome. That is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. And then I think so. If a person didn't want to drive at all, they just wanted to basically have drivers. What's the process with that?
With any owner operator, I have a consultation with them. I understand, what is your end goal and how do we get you there? Because
Mm-hmm.
some people, like I have a guy, he was in the NFL and came on, I don't want to bring on 10 trucks. No, you are not. You're going to start with one truck and we're going to see how that goes. And in
Mm-hmm.
6 months, you can get another truck and then we can go from there because there's so many different things that go into it. See, they don't know that, hey, you're going to have an audit in about 12 to 18 months. And you have to have all this paperwork in place or they're going to shut you down.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, they're not financially credit ready. So everything with this industry is credit based. When you get your gas cards, they pull your credit. When
Mm-hmm.
you're looking at different opportunities, it's credit based. Do you have a line of credit that can allow you to do this job for 60 days with no pay?
Mm.
So those are things that, people don't think about. But, if you wanted to be an owner operator in this industry, the first step would just be hopping on a call with me and we would go from there.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. Anything else you want to share with us? Your expertise with the trucking?
I would say more so just, get educated. That's my biggest thing. And it's always going to be my biggest thing because I'm an educator at heart. I taught high school for 5 years. So I'm all about getting educated, having a plan, having having a plan B. Because sometimes you get into it and you can't find a driver. So I tell people day one, hey, your biggest obstacle starting is going to be finding a reliable driver. And that is definitely the hardest thing because people simply do not want to work right now. They do not want to work. So I would say, if you're looking to get in this industry, even while you're waiting to hop on a call with me, start sourcing a driver. Start thinking of where you can get drivers from. Look at your credit, see what your credit scores are. Have an idea of your, in the fives or the sixes or the sevens, that's going to make a big difference. Even whether you're renting or if you go in to purchase equipment, you have to know where you are when you start a business. So for the people who feel like, oh, I'm going to get an EIN, I'm going to build on that. Even when you're starting a business, you have to personally guarantee it. So you still want to make sure you at least know what's on your credit report. So when you go to these places, you can have a conversation before you just say, hey, go ahead and pull my credit. If they tell you have to have a 700 score and you have a 550, there's no need to get that inquiry. So, if they want to hop on a call with me, they can go to sixfiguretrucking.net/call and hop on my calendar and we'll get going.
I love it. I love it. Any last words of encouragement?
Don't let fear stop you. That's the biggest thing that I see is people are like, I want to try it, but I'm scared. When you sit down and put a plan together, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let fear get in your way. Don't let the naysayers get in your way. Because when we started this company, we had a lot of naysayers. And guess
Mm-hmm.
what? Those same naysayers came back and said, hey, I want to know how you guys did it. Hey,
Right.
I want to be a
Awesome.
part of the process. So whatever it is, whether it's trucking, whether it's real estate, no matter what it is, go for it. You have one life to live and
I
you
know that's
cannot
right.
live in fear. Fear and faith don't mix. So you gotta choose one or the other.
She said, fear and faith don't mix. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for coming on. Anything else you want to share before we finish? You have any workshops, anything coming up?
My birthday is Sunday, so
Okay.
I am taking 15 days off.
I know that's right.
Thank you.
That's right. Happy birthday.
So I'm taking 7 days for myself, and then I have 4 babies, so I'm taking all of them to Disney again. The first time we failed because my kids were hot. We stayed there about 10 minutes and they were ready to go. What kids ready to go from Disney World? I do not know, but mine were. So I just want to thank you for having me on today. It has been a pleasure. Anything that I can do for you, just let me know. Any questions that people may have, just let me know, and I'm here to serve the people.
Awesome, awesome. And I love it. That's what it's all about, serving the people. I love it. I love it. I love it. She has great information, not just for, from reading, but experience. And that's the best education you can get. And so you guys, so if you're interested in trucking, I want to know more about trucking, please, please, please contact her, schedule up on a consultant time with her, and talk with her, and then see where you guys can go from there. That is phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. I'm grateful to have her on today. Thank you so much for your time, Miss Crystal. Hope all is well. Continue to be blessed in your business as well as with your family. And so thank you for coming on. That's Miss Crystal, you guys, with Six Figure Trucking. And this is Dolores Williams with Divine Connections. Make sure you stay connected to the number one divine connection, which is Jesus Christ. So stay tuned, you guys. We're going to finish up with our sponsors. And Miss Crystal, just hold on for me, okay? Thank you, guys.
Do you need a radiant style? Come and see Delphine at Radiance African Hair Braiding Shop at 410 Four Seasons Boulevard at Four Seasons Mall on the 2nd floor in Greensboro, North Carolina. We design creative styles of braiding, crochet, sew-ins, wedding styles, and so much more. Appointments and walk-ins are welcome. We also have a salon booth for rent. We are open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Contact Delphine today, 336-210-3102.
Hey, we've got exciting news from Divine Connections Marketing Services. Now you can create your own custom video commercial for your business or organization. It's time for you to win. Your product or service is someone's solution. So get the attention of your potential customers now. Choose from a 30 or 60-second commercial today. Just email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com and we can get started. Connect today and let's get started making your custom video commercial now. Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.